Hello, friends. I'm Rhonda Davidson, and welcome back to Manifest Maven Moments, episode number 7. And this is a short daily segment hosted on my YouTube channel where I will be sharing my thoughts and lessons and experiences about things centered around energy and healing. And because I feel like that's what our world needs more of right now. That's what I need more of right now. And if you would like to support me in this journey, subscribe, follow my socials, comment down below, and let's be in conversation. I just want to be in conversation as I believe that by talking about new things, interesting things, it helps us all learn something new. And I want to know what topics you want me to dive deeper into. Mindfulness, healing, energy, work, spirituality, intensity, QHHT. Those are some of the things that I've studied and would love to bring more to you. And today in particular, I want to share my journey with the weight loss drug Saxenda. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. And if you want to look into any medication or have any kind of health plan, you need to team up with your doctor and see if that's right for you. Now, Saxenda, for me, I use it as a tool. It's a weight loss tool for me. I started it back in August. And up until now, there has only been a handful of people that I've shared that information. I've lost about 30 pounds, and it helps me feel full and take the edge off of my cravings. For me, I have not had any negative side effects. But my doctor did not want to prescribe it for me at first. And I went to her. I said, honestly, I just feel so desperate in this area. I have injuries and I want to work out, but I can't, and I just need help. And she sent me for a battery of tests and scans and imaging and a whole bunch of things as appropriate. And because my results were good, she agreed that I could go on it, and she checks in regularly. She wants me there so that we together see what this journey is like. Now, what prompted me to share that today is I saw that Jillian Michaels is on the news again or out there again, discouraging people from using Ozempic and from, that you'll gain the weight back as soon as you come off of it. And likely it's true. She's an expert in her field. I know that. But I just don't want you to do it because of guilt and shame. If you do it because, that's the healthiest choice for you. But there was something about seeing her in the headlines again that made me think about when I was not in the healthiest frame of mind, and in my food addiction and exercise. I call it exercise bulimia. Is during those Biggest Loser years. I went through those. Jillian's voice was the one that I developed in my head. And the things that she said to those contestants, it was a constant running thing in my head. You're not good enough. You're useless. You can't run fast enough. You have no endurance. You're a slob because you can't stay on a diet. Just these awful, awful things. What I've learned for myself, and what I'd like for you to consider, is that there's a different approach. There's a different approach, and you can love yourself and love your body as you're making the changes. And if you do fill your tank with love, I believe that you will make the changes that are right for you. And each of us are on a journey to figure out what that is. For me, I I have read a book from Janine Roth called Women, Food, and God, and I've taken a few retreats with Janine and understand her approach to food addiction and compulsive overeating. And for me, it was when light bulbs, I read that book about 2.5 years ago. I'm in an accountability group, and we meet once a week and read this book. We repeatedly have read this book and put some of the practices, it's a group that we came together to build a healthier relationship with food. And we've done so much work. It's so much about being honest, taking the tools that you need, whether it be a weight loss drug or something else, and then with love and compassion, understanding each step you need to put a healthy plan in place for yourself, and with love, making choices like eating more greens if that's appropriate for you, or that you have to limit a certain thing, but not based on deprivation or restriction or what's the next new diet fling, or the next buzzword in fitness or that. It's how do I approach this with love in my heart for myself, for others? How can I support others? How can I be in a non-judgmental state of mind? And for me, that also comes with implementing a daily intensati practice. And for those who don't know, intensati is movement with positive affirmation. And coupling those two things together it's another way to work on self-love. But when you're building yourself up instead of tearing yourself down, that's the recipe for creating a mindset to make changes. And some of those changes, they might be to implement a mindful eating program, right? Or to be less distracted when you're eating, to be more mindful of what you're eating, but built around inquiry, right? Built around curiosity. I'm creating a program that will bring all of these together, how to concentrate on mindful eating as well as intensati, building a healthy relationship with food. I know it just doesn't happen the other way. 3 years ago, where it finally came to me that starting to build myself up with self-love and compassion and forgiveness would be the mindset that I needed to make the changes for myself, for my health, for my body to function the best. And what inspires that, what makes me want to make the changes for myself, is not thinking about how much weight I want to lose, or that if I work a little harder, if I have a little bit more willpower, but instead going for the feeling, right? How do I want to feel? Why is it I want to do this? Because I want more energy, because I want more vitality. I want to feel healthy and great in my clothes. And that will inspire me to make the changes that I want to make. That will keep me in the game. I think it's also important to note, sometimes we need help, and asking for help, using tools that such as Saxenda. It was a tool. Now, where I do agree with Jillian is that it can't be the only thing. And that's where I'd like to work to supplement in a lot of ways. As in this Saxenda journey, I have to be very mindful of what I'm eating. I need to have a routine that is good for my body, that is in alignment with everything else I'm doing, and I need it to be grounded in self-love and self-care, on building a healthy relationship with food. Yeah, I will have that program coming out soon. I will have intense sati classes on the books shortly. And if you want to know anything more about anything I've discussed today, questions down below, comments down below. If you're in your own journey and like to share, please let me know.